Long Beach, California. You are on the air with Representative Pocan.
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Representative Pocan. Want to thank you, Representative, for standing up for human rights, especially the human rights of the Palestinian people and for peace and justice for Palestinians and Israelis. I wanted you to know that I attended a Palestinian picnic here in Long Beach, California, close to 1,000 people last weekend, and Jewish Voice for Peace was passing out free Ben & Jerry's ice cream. We were all together enjoying the music and the Palestinian culture and being brothers and sisters, Christians, Muslims, and Jews together. My question for you is, and I know you're doing a lot, but what are you asking our president in the way of putting pressure and influence on the leader of Israel, Netanyahu, when he meets with him today in light of the humanitarian crisis going on there in the Holy Land, where the Israeli government includes racists and it includes homophobes now, such as Avi Moaz in their cabinet, and in light of them the Netanyahu government trying to overturn the judiciary checks and balances and maybe even democracy in Israel, and in light of that 6 Palestinians have been killed in the last 24 hours and close to 50 children, Palestinian children so far this year have been killed with the Netanyahu government and our $3.8 billion that we give Israel. What are you progressives, what are you able to do to influence President Biden to put pressure on Netanyahu government?
Thank you, Edward, and thank you for your words and thoughts about making sure that we recognize you're never going to have peace in the region unless you're treating Palestinians and Israelis alike fairly. And all too often, whether it be the open-air prison that's Gaza, 2.3 million people, or the conditions in the West Bank with the illegal settlement expansion, a lot of problems in that region, and we need to be objective about that. I think what we've done and what we need to do, and I'm going to answer it this way, Edward, and I hope this answers the question in an adequate way, but the State Department told us that their position is that there should be no more illegal settlements, because that's the biggest issue for whether or not you're ever going to be able to have potentially a 2-state solution or really peace where you're not stealing people's lands. And they said no unprovoked unilateral actions, which they consider to be that expansion. I think the question is, we still see these happening. What are the consequences? And we need to get real consequences for those actions from the White House.